Typically, these meetings have three parts to them. One is about exploring a major opportunity, challenge, issue facing the sector as a whole. And that's this afternoon, which is looking at the impact of AI and big data on the whole of food, drink, FMCG.
If we look into the future, what AI and big data are going to be able to enable us to do, and if we can have one question that we can answer is, it will be used to understand what we're going to like even before we do it. We talked earlier on that is all about people, and it is all about people, but we've got the tools and technologies and the methods now that are helping us get clever, more clever, and get better with our predictions, and algorithmics are there to help us, right? To understand better demand sensing in our industry. There are implication opportunities on how we engage with our consumers, and how do we move away from mass marketing and we go into personalized marketing by understanding who Dominic is, who Costas is, who Nigel is, etc., and provide the right messaging, the right time, the right place on consumers that are always on. So implications and opportunities on the consumer side, big transformation on the product agenda, which look holistically across the product lifecycle management and look into opportunities and innovation, providing personalization, customization in the heart of it. Providing intelligence and agility in the supply chain, where we are able to better sense demand, prevent out of stocks, produce the right stock level, and build capabilities where it matters at different parts of the world. And also provide insights and intelligence in the back office operations, and robots and bots are starting to get more and more increased role in our day-to-day lives.
There's a lot of kind of concerns if the consumers have, quite rightly, about kind of privacy and how data's being used and the like. And I believe that whilst getting the data is super important, you've got to give something back, and you've got to give the consumer value for the kind of the information, the data that they're giving you. So we've got to give consumer value and understand, you know, how things are changing over time. Understand what is sustainable behaviour, not just a kind of blip in the landscape of things. We've got to provide kind of goals, and so it's all about giving more than just extracting the data, if that makes sense. And then for the brand, it's important to use that data in the right way to encourage engagement and loyalty, and use it as an opportunity to kind of change what you give, move away from a traditional business to a service business.
So Bake Plan was a company using AI to be able to predict the kind of best combinations of bakery products to bake and put on the shelves to maximise purchasing and to reduce waste. As far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong, I mean this is now deployed in M&S stores, at least for testing, across the UK and Ireland. Certainly reports that availability has improved and waste has gone down. And this is all based on machine learning, be able to connect, you know, purchasing decisions one day and over several days to be able to predict what purchasing decisions might be taking place in the future. So looking at consumer behaviour and using that to guide baking.
What are the new market drivers and needs? So the demographics. I mean, you mentioned the localization, and Zara's made huge amounts of money by focusing on their local markets, not on the global aspect overall. And I think several 100,000 by differentiating between what consumers want in Southeast Asia versus even Japan or US. So the inventory list and the price and the savings you can get from adjusting to that, and using big data to do that, and quantum computing, if you can get that far yet, which I'm sure IBM will tell you can, just go to them, is a big aspect for that. And I think we have to look at the different trends that are going on. Where is AI going to? Because consumer behavior is not three-dimensional, it's four-dimensional. A very successful ice hockey player said he never skates to where the puck is, always where it's going to be.